Hi everyone. Good evening. I'm going to give everybody just a minute to join. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to be talking about peppermint essential oil, specifically Young Living's peppermint essential oil. I love peppermint, and so I am just going to do a brief little mini one-on-one on peppermint. So if you are new to Periscope, you can, let me turn this around. There we go. Hi everyone. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Good evening, good evening. If you're new to Periscope, like I was saying, you can tap on the screen to give hearts if you like what you're seeing or like what you're hearing. You can also share this this scope with your followers if you want. Hi. And you can do that by swiping to the right, and there will be a little thing that shows up that says share, and so you can share with your followers so they can watch as well. So again, we are talking about peppermint essential oil today, really just a brief little mini class, although there is a lot of information to share. This is one of my favorite oils. It has so many uses. Lucky says, hi mommy, hi baby. My husband and my baby are in the other room. So that's very sweet. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start off with just the disclaimer. So obviously I'm not here to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or disease state. So I'm not a doctor, and I don't intend to be. So get that out of the way. Luckily, peppermint is a wonderful thing, whether even when you are great and healthy. So I'm going to show you all those wonderful uses. So the first thing I will start off with is or kind of the cautions. Let's just talk safety first. And the most important thing to know about peppermint is that it is a very hot oil. So if you were to, it's very concentrated. It's not like peppermint tea or anything like that. So if you were to take the oil and dab it on your skin, it would feel very hot. And so you need to be aware of that, and you need to, if you're going to apply it to your skin, you need to use a carrier oil. I have some grapeseed oil in this little dropper here, and that's how I apply it anywhere on my skin if I'm going to be using it topically. However, the primary use, which is shown actually on the bottle, I don't know if you can see, it's a little blurry, sorry, but it says essential oil supplement, so it's a dietary supplement is the primary use. So a couple other cautions to be aware of. Don't put if you do apply it, don't put your fingers in your eyes, don't put them in your ears. Just be very careful with where you're touching your body or your child's body. If you have it on your fingers and then you go to pick up your baby, just be aware of that it is very hot, and it's not very comfortable if you apply it directly to your skin. So always use a carrier oil, and be very cautious when applying peppermint to children and babies. It's not, I think it's definitely a caution there. I have not ever applied it to my son, and I find that there are many other oils that do just as great of a job for him, just because it is so powerful. So, okay, so let's move on. So here are the uses for peppermint oil. I went to lunch today, and afterwards I had a big salad, and it was just delicious. And right afterwards, I just immediately went and grabbed my peppermint. And what I do is when I'm doing it this way, I'll just kind of dab a tiny bit on my finger, and then I'll just put it right on my tongue or on the roof of my mouth. And that actually does three things, and it's really kind of cool because with one, not even a full drop, like a part of a drop, you can get a really big benefit. So the first thing that peppermint is most known for, its primary use is to support your digestion. So it is great after you've eaten a really big lunch. So it can support your digestion. It can enhance a healthy gut function. So it's just really good for your gut and everything in your entire digestive tract. It can keep everything moving efficiently, your entire digestive process. So it is wonderful for that. So if you remember at growing up in school, if you go to the nurse and you say you had a tummy ache, or you say anything is wrong, what does the nurse give you? She gives you a peppermint. Well, there's a reason for that, and it's because it is supportive of your digestive system. So again, putting it in your mouth, putting a drop in your water. You can even apply it topically, again, with your carrot oil. I like to rub it sometimes straight onto my stomach, and it just helps me feel like I just helping support my digestion. So it's a really good use for it, and one of the primary uses for it is to support your digestion. And also one of the reasons why it is one of the main components in the oil digest. So many people have and love the oil digest, and the reason is because, part of the reason it's so great is because it has peppermint in it. So that is one of the biggest things about peppermint that we love. Hi Andrea. Yeah, feel free to ask questions, talk, chime in, whatever you want, guys. I would love for this to be interactive, and keep giving those hearts. You can share with your followers as well, and I would love that. So, okay, so that's the first thing it did after my big lunch today. It supported my digestion. It just made me feel like, okay, I'm feeling, hi Mom, just feeling good. So it can also give you the feeling of, kind of support that feeling of being full. So it is actually also a great oil to have to support a healthy weight. It can just give you that feeling that your meal is done and you're full, you're satisfied. And so it is wonderful for that. So the second thing it's really good for is that it freshens your breath. I don't know if you guys have looked at gum lately. My husband and I have been on a Whole30 challenge, so we've been doing nothing but eating whole foods for 30 days. We're on day 28, today the 28th, I think so. So no sugar, no added sugar, anything like that, and gum was out of the question, and so were mints and anything like that. And so I actually would use peppermint oil if I'm ever on the go, and I used to really like to chew gum a lot, and I haven't done that at all in a month. And I actually think the chewing all of that gum caused me a lot of jaw pain, and that's something I haven't noticed here lately. And so I think getting away from chewing gum is really, I think I've benefited from that. And so in place of that, and in place of mints, I use peppermint. And so again, that same one drop that I put in my mouth to support digestion is also freshening my breath, and it feels really great. And the third kick Whole30, but yeah, we only have a couple days left. The third way that I used peppermint today in one drop was because, if you go to lunch, you have a big lunch and you are full, and sometimes that's like perfect nap time. And if you have ever smelled peppermint, it's a very wow smell. It's very energizing. It is stimulating to your brain and to your mind, and it really wakes you up. It's not caffeine. It's not, you're not needing anything like that, but it just, the aroma of it is actually stimulating to your brain. And so it kind of gets you past that after lunch needing a nap feeling. So 3 stones with 1 drop of peppermint after my lunch today, and I was feeling great. But there is a lot more, and so I'll just kind of quickly go through the other things that peppermint is good for. Number 1, let's say you're on a long road trip and you're reading or you're playing on your phone, and you're like this and you're like this, and maybe you're going on hills, and all of a sudden you're just kind of, feeling like gross, feeling like dizzy, or just general motion sickness that you might get from being in a car and reading and looking down too much, or just riding in a car at all. It can be really, you don't even have to use it. You can just smell it and just take a couple of deep breaths, and it's very soothing for feeling like that, for that sort of motion sickness. Going back to the energizing factor of it, so it's really great at making you feel more alert. So going back to that, it's also a really good thing to inhale or smell, maybe when you're studying or you're doing some sort of tedious task where you need to be focusing a lot. You can diffuse it. You could just smell the bottle. You can smell the open bottle, of course, not the closed bottle. You don't get a whole lot from that. So it's a really great thing to just keep you focused, keep your mental alertness, on point. So it's great for that. It's great for kids if you're doing your homework or anything like that. And it is also interesting because it is part of the Ninsha Nitro, which is their what is called cognitive fitness. So if you've ever had your Ninsha Nitro, has anybody ever tried one of these? I really like them. It's just kind of like a burst of energy, and I like to drink them right before I work out, or if I'm just kind of dragging one day. Yeah, I love them too. They're really, really nice. And I don't feel like I'm hyped up on caffeine all day long. It's not like that at all. It's just kind of making your mind more alert. And so peppermint is one of the ingredients in that. And so that is why. Peppermint can also be really supportive before, during, and after a workout. So let's say you're going to go to the gym, and again, you have that kind of groggy feeling. Give it a smell, or I like to apply it on my temples. Some people like to drink it in their water throughout their workout, just kind of boost their performance and increase their energy, which is really nice to have. To me, sometimes, I don't 100% love working out. I wish I did. I used to more than I do now, but I know it's really important. So sometimes I just don't feel like it. And when I apply peppermint or I smell peppermint, it just gives me that little burst of energy, that little mental clarity, like, okay, let me get out of this fog and let's just get this done. And it's really helpful. I've been putting it on almost every time before I go work out or even just go for a walk or a run or just need to be energized. And so that is definitely a great. And then after your workout, it can also be really effective I love peppermint too. It is the best. That's why I think I could sit here and talk about it forever. Hi, baby. My kiddo's going to bed. So after your workout, it is great for if you have sore muscles or joints, just anything post-workout that is just feeling a little bit overtired. Peppermint can provide a really tingling, relieving feeling, and I love it. I will apply it again with a carrier oil. I'll keep saying that. So just if you have sore muscles or you're just feeling kind of like you just had a really hard workout, so it's a really good thing for that. And peppermint is also one of the key ingredients of deep relief, if y'all can see that. So the deep relief roll-on, which is the best, and I have my new bottle coming. It's been out of stock for a while, so I'm so excited to get some more. So peppermint is one of the main ingredients in deep relief, and so this is a great roll-on with peppermint. You can rub it on your temples, on the back of your neck, on your sore muscles, wherever you are needing that. So again, peppermint alone can provide a very similar relief to me, and I love it for that. Let's see, what else? What am I missing? You guys use peppermint for anything else? Respiratory support. It is part of a great respiratory blend that I love to use, and a lot of people, it's a very, very popular combo. So we do peppermint, can we see it? Lemon and lavender. Okay, those three together provide a really wonderful scent. It smells so good, the three of them together, and you can combine those and put them in a roll-on. So you could do like equal parts of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And anytime that you're needing a little bit of respiratory support, it's a really great one, especially to use during the springtime. So I love that combo. I also love to diffuse those three together. Even if I don't need respiratory support, even if I just love to use it. I think it just smells wonderful. So peppermint is very great at supporting that. So I think those are the big ones. Other than food, baking, put it in your favorite brownie recipe, turn them into peppermint brownies. Like 2 or 3 drops is plenty. They are delicious. There's also a really amazing recipe for peppermint truffles with like coconut oil and cocoa powder and just really, really good stuff. You can also add a drop to your hot chocolate. You could possibilities are really endless when it comes to food and adding really great flavor. And again, 1 drop goes a really long way. You do not need a lot. If you go and just start shaking it like it was peppermint extract into your brownie recipe, nobody's gonna want to eat those peppermint brownies. They're gonna light everybody's ears up. So don't, just go mild. Go start with less, and then if you feel like you need more, add 1 more drop or so. But you definitely do not need a ton of peppermint to get a huge benefit. So it's also, to me, it's a really economical oil. I mean, 1 bottle of peppermint lasts me, and this is a 15 milliliter bottle, but my first bottle that I got in my starter kit, the 5 milliliter ones, that lasted me forever because I literally just would use 1 drop at a time for whatever it was. And so it goes such a long way because it is so strong, it's so powerful, and it's so useful. It just really is an economical choice, I think, for so many things. So digestion, again, is kind of the big thing. Respiratory support, mental alertness and clarity and focus and concentration, all those things are really wonderful. So do you guys have any other uses for peppermint? I think I shared everything. Love your presentation. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think that is pretty much it. Again, this is it's in my top 3. I've decided I just can't live without it. This one and lavender, and there might be a tie for 3rd place. I can't decide. It's too hard. It's too hard, but this is definitely up there, and I use it all the time, and it's amazing. So if peppermint is one that you maybe don't give a lot of love, go for it. Give some more. Give it some love. Give it a try. It's amazing. I said it's amazing like 3 times, so I'll stop now. Again, my name is Amy. Thank you for joining me. I am at Little Oily Birds Amy. You can, if you're not following me already, you can do so now by swiping up and clicking follow. And you can also find me on Facebook with Little Oily Birds. So that's all I have for you tonight. I appreciate you coming. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye.